So you're being chased by bees, honeybees, and they're stinging you a lot. Must be killer bees. This is Jason Akers with Green Acres Pest Control. Today, I want to go over a Myth May episode. If honeybees sting you, they must be killer bees. Now, we're coming up on honeybee season. People are going to start getting these things in their house. They're going to get them in the eaves of their house, up underneath their siding. They're going to go after them. They're going to spray them with wasp and hornet spray or whatever kind of bug spray they can find to kill these honeybees, because the honeybees are coming up in the wall of the house. Now, they sting you, and they get mad and agitated, and they start doing crazy stuff. That normally honeybees are very docile. Normally they won't sting you. So a lot of people come to me when I go out and do a bee job, and they'll say, look, these honeybees are mean. I'm sure they're killer bees. Be real careful. Now, the Africanized honeybee is a killer bee, what they call killer bees, and they're aggressive like yellow jackets. Don't really have very many cases of those. Typically what happens is people go after honeybees, and they don't know what they're doing, and they're just getting bug spray from Walmart or Home Depot or somewhere. And they're treating the wall, and they're treating the crack where the honeybees are. Now, if you've ever seen a nest of honeybees, it's thousands of them clustered all over the wall. A nest of honeybees can consist of up to 50,000 bees. That's a lot of bees, and a lot of drones and a lot of attack bees all around the outside, constantly trying to keep the hive cool. So what they'll do is they'll cluster all over the wall. They'll just be all over the wall, and people will freak out. So they'll go out and they'll get whatever bug spray they can, and they'll start treating the area to kill the bees. And they'll probably kill a whole bunch of bees. But what that does is most of your bug spray that you buy at like Walmart, Home Depot, garden centers, anywhere like that, Lowe's, it affects the insect's nervous system. Most of them are cholinesterase inhibitors, and it makes them kind of go crazy, like almost insane. And so they will do things out of character, where honeybees don't typically sting people. In fact, it's probably one of the easiest hives that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis are honeybees. And typically, now I will admit, typically I do send a beekeeper out if the beekeeper can get them, but sometimes you just have to kill them. And if you'll go back a couple days on my Myth May episodes, I've actually got an episode about honeybees and killing honeybees. It's really interesting. But what I was going to say is sometimes you just can't get rid of the hive. Sometimes you have no option but to kill the bees. So a lot of times I'll go in after someone else has already agitated them. They're already kind of crazy because the chemical affects them, and it affects their nervous system, and they're already kind of crazy and mean. And so they're acting kind of like Africanized honeybees, but they're not. They're just regular honeybees. So understand that if you're dealing with honeybees and you start spraying them with all kinds of crap that you buy at the store, you're going to make them mad. It's going to make them irritated. They're going to sting you. And the thing about honeybees is when they sting you, their stinger stays in you and continues to pump venom into your body. If you get stung by enough honeybees, you could die. So understand, when you go after a nest of honeybees, you really probably ought to call a professional. What's your life worth to you? It's better to get somebody that knows what they're doing to deal with honeybees than to try to do it yourself. So hopefully this has explained the fact that just because honeybees sting doesn't mean they're Africanized honeybees. More than likely, they're not, and you've just messed with them and made them upset. Y'all have a real great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.